everyone, this is Yana, and today I have a fun, perfect in every way card featuring a couple of stamp sets and also a die from Waffle Flower Crafts. So here are the products that I will be using for my today's project. I really love this stamp set with fun animals. It's called monochrome, and it's actually intended so that you can stamp the animals in black and add that fun, my world is just black and white without you sentiment. But I thought it would be nice to stamp those animals using bright colors. You know, who said that zebra has to be black and white? Or a cow has to be brown or black or, I don't know, cream? We can make these animals any color we want, and we can use some really bright and bold colors too. I absolutely love every image in this set, but my favorite one is definitely the zebra. I don't know why, it just makes me smile. Now, the second stamp set that I have is called In Every Way, and what I like about this one is definitely the font or the handwriting. These big and bold handwritten words are so crazy popular right now. This set also has a couple of fun flowers and some additional sentiments. I also have a die, a word die. It says perfect, and it is perfect. Okay, enough chit chat, let's start working on this card. So I have a piece of white cardstock. It's about 5 by 6 inches, maybe a bit smaller. So I'm going to start by planning my background. I'm going to place my stamps onto my paper and figure out how I want this background to look. I don't have enough images to fill the entire background at once, so I will be stamping these several times, and because of that, I can use one color of ink for each stamp or each image. Because I will be stamping it several times, I will not only be repeating the image, but also the color. And this is going to help me create a visually appealing background. So the inks that I plan to use are from Hero Arts. I picked some of my favorite colors. I have Butter Bar, which is a nice yellow. Next is Soft Vanilla, which is a lighter yellow. Then I have Green Hills, which is a very bright green. And finally, my all-time favorite Tide Pool ink. I will also be using the Forever Green ink color to stamp the second sheep, the outline one. So I'm going to start my stamping with the largest image, zebra, and I'm going to stamp it in the center of my panel. Now I want these inks to be a little bit more vibrant, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to double stamp every single image for my background today. This is a piece of cake when using clear stamps. You can see right through them and align everything perfectly, so this is not a problem. And you can see that that gives you a much brighter and more vibrant impression. So after I've stamped the zebra, I did the same double stamping for the cow, and I used Tide Pool ink for that image. Next, I stamped the sheep and used Green Hills ink for that one. And then I basically just kept stamping, well, double stamping, and working on my background until I had the entire area covered with fun animals. You can definitely do this using maybe just 1 or 2 colors. If you want to use that, my world is just black and white without your sentiment, you can go with black or maybe white on a black card base, or use gray or any other color. There are lots and lots of options here. I'm also going to stamp my zebra one more time, or actually double stamp my zebra one more time onto a piece of white cardstock and cut it out with my scissors, leaving a small white border around it. After I'm done, I'm going to set it aside and go back to my background. So I trimmed my stamped background to about 5 1/4 by 4 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to add foam adhesive to the back of this panel to adhere it onto a white A2 top folding card base. I want this card to have a bit of dimension, so that's why I'm using foam adhesive. Now I can go back to my stamped and cut zebra, and I do apologize for jumping back and forth here. I want to make sure that this image, or the color of this image, is even brighter or even more vibrant. I'm going to prep my zebra for heat embossing using an anti-static powder pouch. Ink my zebra stamp with a clear Versamark ink. This is a sticky ink, my favorite one for heat embossing. I'm using my tweezers here to pick that image up as it got stuck to the stamp. I'm going to use my tweezers to hold this so that I do not have any fingerprints, and also so that I do not burn my fingers as I'm heat setting it. The embossing powder that I'm using is from Hero Arts. It's a clear detailed powder. I should have used regular, not detailed, as there are really no fine details in this particular image, but I don't think I have any regular clear embossing powder, so detailed it is. So here you can see how big of a difference this heat embossing makes in terms of the color. The stamped zebra looks nice and bright and vibrant, but the heat embossed one looks even brighter and it has some of that nice shine to it too. So now it's time to put our card together. I'm going to add one more layer to this project. I have a piece of vellum cut slightly smaller than my stamped background, and I'm going to adhere it on top to create some additional interest when also to insert some sort of a screen in between my heat embossed zebra and the rest of my animals. Now I know I will be adding the heat embossed zebra on top of the stamped one, so this is where I'm going to add adhesive to adhere my vellum to make sure the adhesive doesn't show through. I'm using a tape runner to do this. To cover that adhesive up, I'm going to place my heat embossed zebra on top. But before I do that, I want to add some more dimension, so once again I'm going to use my foam adhesive squares. I also want to die cut a perfect sentiment, I just love saying that, a perfect sentiment, out of black cardstock, but I want it to be a little bit thicker. So I'm going to cut several layers and stick them together. I'm using Ken Oliver's Stick It adhesive sheet to add some stickiness to my cardstock. This is going to allow me to die cut a sticker, which is going to make adhering those die cut layers a much easier task. If you don't have this product, you can use adhesive sheets from Scrapbook Adhesive, or you can use glue. So once I have those cut, I'm going to stack them together and create one thick die cut. It's very easy to do since I already have the adhesive on. I don't have to spend time adding glue to each of those die cuts. I'm going to adhere that perfect die cut word on top of my zebra, and I'm also going to add an additional sentiment or a continuation of this sentiment. I'm going to use the In Every Way stamp and stamp it in black ink onto white cardstock to create a black and white label. I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black ink for this. This is my go-to ink for stamping sentiments and basically just all things black. So I'm going to cut that label out with my scissors and adhere it onto my vellum using foam adhesive to create even more dimension. As the one final touch, I'm going to add a cute little bow at the bottom there. So this finishes my today's project. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, you can find the list of supplies to create this card in the video description. If you'd like to see more videos using stamps from Waffle Flower Crafts, please check out the link you see on the screen. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I have new videos coming out every week. Thanks for watching. Bye!